Hello, this is Tom Stiles, and I'm set up in the park again so that I can test out that Texan PL606. Again, I'm kind of in the shade to keep me from burning up because it is summertime. And I've got my fishing pole with the antenna that came with the Texan. It's just a long wire. It's about 20 feet long, so I've got that set up, and I'll show you that. And there's the cutoff telephone pole, and then there goes the antenna up in the air. That fishing pole, telescopic fishing pole, is about 13 feet long, and it took me about 5 minutes to set up the antenna, the pole and the antenna. So we're going to try tuning this radio. Let me get down. Where's my chair? I know there's a chair down there someplace. Ah, there it is. Hopefully this will be looking over my shoulder, and we shall see. Okay. Now, yeah, I think it's looking over my shoulder. Here's the Texan PL606 radio. And first we're going to use the ETM function to scan the bands. And we're going to use the built-in telescopic antenna for the first scan. It is 7:59 in the morning here in Florida, Monday morning. And like I say, I'm in the park, away from my house, and there's no power lines visible at all that I can see from my seat right now. So here we go. I wonder if I should probably zoom in a little bit. Let me see if I can reach that zoom button. And the radio's right. Where is the radio? Right. I need a cameraman. Right there. I think the radio is in the frame. Anyway, here we go. So I'm going to turn it on. And we're going to hit ETM in shortwave band, of course, because that's what we're interested in, shortwave. And it's scanning. And in the ETM mode, it will scan the shortwave band, not the entire band, just the international meter sections of the shortwave band. So it's on the 60 meter band right now. Nice little breeze this morning to keep the mosquitoes off of me. Hasn't found much. It's getting a little late in the morning. You know, it's 8 o'clock. Typically in the morning you want to listen to shortwave basically before the sun comes up, and the sun's been up for quite a while. Oh, it's not looking good. It says it's only found one signal. There's two signals. We're getting away from that lower band. In the morning, very early morning, you can get quite a few stations on the lower bands. And then as the day progresses, the bands at which you can receive, typically, it goes up. So like midday, you're up to 31 meter band, 49 meter band, and then so on until it gets night, and then the cycle starts over again. So we've got 13 hits, either stations and or noise. Again, we're using the internal telescopic antenna, and I sure hope this is showing up on camera. And then we're up to 13.8 megahertz. Should be done here in a few more minutes. 15 megahertz. When it's in this mode, it's scanning at a 5 kilohertz increment. 17 megahertz. And I believe this radio goes up to 21 or 23 megahertz. see in a minute here. So it's in the 13 meter band. .8 and 21.9. That's the top of the band. And the first one it found, be it noise or a station, was 7.04 megahertz. So as I say, it's a little late in the morning to get anything below that. Okay, we'll turn the volume up. Not sure what that is. Spanish speaking, it sounds like. Let's go up. Whoops, I went down. Excuse me. Yeah, it's coming in perfect. That's the, excuse me, the Caribbean radio, I believe it's called. And it's usually pretty strong throughout the day. And it's coming in loud and clear.
America, admittedly, according to InfoWars.
Okay. So what the next one is.
I got an email.
That's very loud. 7.555. I think that is the Christian station out of Tennessee in the United States. .550. Sounds like it might be Radio Havana.
That's one thing I didn't get from the video story.
9.570. Sounds like China radio. Loud and clear. So, you know, just coming to the park really improves reception just by itself, even using a built-in antenna. Well, that's loud. Strong, clear. 9.580 is probably out of Tennessee. I always forget which direction to turn the turning at, because it's opposite what I think it should be. And I'm turning it the wrong way. 9.640, Spanish station. 9805, Spanish station, pretty strong. 9.820, Spanish. When I say Spanish station, it's just the Spanish language, not necessarily a Spanish station. 9.850. 9.980, that's definitely out of Tennessee. I don't know what that sound is next to it. It sounds like a digital signal. Yeah, one thing I just noticed there, and I guess that's what's confusing me, is sometimes when you, and I'm in the ETM memory right now, sometimes when you're tuning through the memory and you're using this tuning wheel, instead of going up, it goes down. It's a little confusing there, especially for an old fart like me. 11.775. That's that Caribbean radio really strong. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it. So we got quite a few stations, even just using the built-in telescopic antenna. So we're going to put that down now. And we're going to hook up. This is the wire antenna that came with the radio. It's about 20 feet long. And I'm using my fishing pole to get it up in the air real quickly. And we'll plug that into the side here. And I'm going to quickly go through the stations I already had. Now, I'm hearing two stations. And if you watched my previous video this morning, you will note that when I was using an external antenna early this morning, I was getting that other station coming in background. So it's a station that's close by and it's bleeding in to this radio. So this radio doesn't have what I call very good rejection of those other bands coming into the shortwave band. Specifically in this case, it's probably the medium wave band coming in on top of the shortwave band. And what I did in the previous show is I went into the variable tuning mode and just tuned slightly off frequency, and then that other station that was overloading the radio, I was able to tune it off. So now let's go into the ETM function again using the external antenna and see what kind of stations we get. So here we go. Getting a lot. It's already up to 6 already, and we're still down to 2.5 megahertz. We're now in the 75 meter band. I don't know whether I've got the radio in the frame or not. .41 meter band, about halfway through here. Boy, looking at where the camera is pointing, it doesn't look like it's pointing at the radio. Oh boy, I need a cameraman bad. Okay, we're up to 10 megahertz, up to 25 meter band, or down to, whatever you want to call it. Almost up to 12 megahertz. We got 67 hits already. Now, a lot of that could be noise. .75 hits. I may only have 100 memory locations, so I might fill it up if that's true. Up to 80 memory locations already. And still not up to 16 megahertz. .92, 93. Yeah, if it's 100, we're going to exceed it. 95 memory locations. 96. We're at 13 meters. 99. 101, so there's more than 100 memory locations. That's good, because we need them. And it's finished. Okay, we'll turn the volume back up. Now note when it's doing that scan, the volume's muted, so you can't hear what's going on. Okay, there's a Spanish station at 22.34. And we just unplugged the external antenna, and it's completely gone. Plug it back in. There it is. Go to the next one. Whoops, we went wrong way. 2.4, nothing there. 2.34. Sounds like that same Spanish station. Now that could be that local. That could be the local medium wave station bleeding in, because I know that's Spanish, because I've heard it before.
Tell Vinny that this is his last chance.
There's a strong one.
Moms, he's out of the business.
Right, and it's been, what, 5 years since the show ended? I'm not sure people are still clamoring.
What was going on 5 years ago?
2.460. I'll have to check that when I get back home, because that's loud and clear. And it is way down at 2.4. Could be a medium wave station bleeding in. 2.480. 2.530. Kind of weak. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's medium wave. Yeah, there it is again. Same guy talking. Same thing, so it's just bleeding in. Yeah. So we're probably getting a harmonic of it's in the 2 to 3 to actually 2 to 4 megahertz, where if you took half of that, that would be 1 to 2 megahertz, which would be down in the medium wave band. And probably if I tune down to the medium wave band, I'd be getting that station. Now there is a station, or was a station, medium wave station, nearby. When I say nearby, I think it was the tower was within 10 miles. That could be the station that's bleeding in here. All of the band. Yeah, it's on every band. Another one. Same station. Yep, the other station's still coming in. Since it's all over the place, let me just go to medium wave and see if I can find it. I'm just going to scan medium wave here real quick and see if I can find that station. May mean I have to select another park further away from this area. Okay, let's see what we found.
The gate is narrow. The way is
I don't think that's it. Now, of course, whatever was going on now has changed. Let's go to shortwave. And let's go down. Down to 2 something.
This short film scientifically pieced together in a Hollywood lab designed to teach.
Trying to find one that I can hear that other station well enough to recognize it.
But it's kind of wonderful to see.
Now that sounds like a shortwave station there. It's there.
Underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time, while the competition looks to a lost closing.
Okay, I'm hearing. Let me turn this volume down. I'm hearing even on medium wave, that station coming in on top of other stations. So I must be close to that station. I'm gonna have to go home and do some research to find out where that tower might be and where I need to move to get away from that tower for radios like this that don't have that selectivity to select out those other frequencies coming in on top of the one I want to listen to. So I'm going to give up right now. And although, excuse me, the radio worked very well using its own telescopic antenna, when I added this external 20-foot wire antenna, that other medium wave station just overloaded the radio. And there's no attenuation option or anything. As you may have seen before, if you watched the previous video, I was able to correct that problem by slightly tuning off the frequency of the station I wanted to listen to. And it got rid of that other station that was overcoming the station I wanted to listen to. So anyway, that's the test. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.